Hi everyone, this is Madeline and I am here to show you how I do uh, our moleskin and zip tie method post. So what you need for this posting method is moleskin. I buy this at Walmart. 3 pairs come in one pack and they cost like $2. You're gonna need the moleskin. You're gonna need the zip ties, one of the most important parts. And these are the ones that I am using today. I've used other zip ties and actually I'm in love with these ones for the ear posting. To me, these ones are the best. So you might want to look into these ones. And you will need sharp scissors and the transport 3M tape, clear 3M tape. All right, so let's get to it. Now one of these, we're gonna cut it in half and then we're gonna use another one to add an extension. Most of the time when your puppy goes home, with just one of these is enough because your puppy is small. However, your puppy is still going to continue to grow and so are their ears. So you will need to add an extension sometime during the phase of the ear posting. Okay, so I will show you how to do it all. We're going to go ahead and cut this in half. Sometimes I just do it like this to make my life easier. It's not even, so don't even worry about it. We're gonna fix it later. And then we're going to cut this about right here. And another here. This is about maybe an inch, half an inch. We're going to fix it later, okay? We're gonna put this together. Now let's bring in the zip tie. We're going to cut the ends of the zip ties. These ones in specific, they're very long. Oh, this is so thick. These ones are usually very long and one of this is enough for 2 pairs of postings. And you're gonna cut the end. Now, since this puppy that I'm going to be posting today, he's 5 months old and he will need an extension for his ears. So I am thinking maybe up to here. Up to here will be more than enough for his ear. So we're gonna cut it right here. And then we're gonna cut it once again. We're going off of the sample of the first one. And we still have enough to make another set of postings. Now this is very important, okay? Extremely important. You do not want to put the zip tie all the way at the bottom, okay? The zip tie is going to be touching your puppy's ear canal and it's going to hurt and injure the ear canal, cause irritation. And you know, your puppy's going to be shaking and scratching their ears nonstop and that's not gonna be good. So we're gonna give some space. Put the zip tie like about this much of space, or maybe a little bit more, close to half an inch of space. But first, let's connect this, the extensions. So you're gonna peel the main one, you're gonna peel the back of it. These are so sticky. Not all the way, just slightly. And you're going to stick them together. Okay, that much. Last one. Okay, here they are. Now let's put the zip tie. This is longer, don't worry about it. We're gonna fix that later. Or you don't even have to fix it, just post the ear and then whatever is extra, just trim it with the scissors. So we don't worry about that. But this is the most important part, is make sure you have a distance from the moleskin, from the end of it, and the zip tie. Now we're gonna use the clear 3M tape. And this doesn't have to be perfect, okay? So don't worry about it if it doesn't look as nice. Okay, and we're gonna press on the edges of the zip tie. Okay, and that's one post. Let's do the other one. Let's move this one out of the way. Once again, we press on the edges of the zip tie. Okay, here they are. Now we're gonna give them some shape. This is the end that is gonna go inside of the ear of the puppy, okay? So we want to make sure that this is more rounded and it will be more comfortable for your puppy. So we're going to make it more round in a way, but still we gotta make sure that this doesn't touch the end, right? Because we don't want the skin to feel this zip tie. So we'll keep distance. Okay. Like this. Okay, this is one poster here. Let's do the other one. They don't always look the same. Each post might look a little weird, totally different from the other one. We don't care about how they look. What we care about is the job that they're gonna do with those ears. Okay. The moleskin is extremely gentle to the ears compared to any other posting method, and trust me, I've done them all. This feels so much more natural to the puppy, and what we want, our aim when we make a post for the Doberman's ears, is that the ears, once the ears harden at around 7 months, 8 months old, the puppy 7, 8 months old, is that the ear stays straight. And this is what will achieve this. The ears of your puppy right now, they're so soft. The cartilage is like clay. So it needs to be molded. And what we want is to be molded completely straight. I've seen Dobermans that have their ears like this. So the ear standing right here, but then at the tip, it goes like that. So that puppy was not posted with the right method, or they were not posted correctly. We want the ears straight, okay? So that is the goal with this. It's gentle for the ears, it's lightweight. The majority of posts that I see nowadays, well, I've seen since many years, is usually back a rod method, with the foam. I've seen the tampon method. I've seen popsicles, the little sticks from popsicles wrapped on mechanic paper, tissue paper. That is also rounded. That's why I don't like the rounded, the ones that are like a circle post, because at the end of the day, that's how that very tip at the end of the ear ends up being going sideways like this, because that post at the tip was not kept straight. So we want this to be straight. Once your puppy's done teething, the cartilage is hardened and there's no way to fix it anymore. So that is what we need. This something nice and straight, but also very comfortable for your puppy, and lightweight, because your puppy needs to be able to lift their ears to the right position on the head. So if the post is too heavy, your puppy's always gonna be struggling. The puppies have their muscles on top of their head that will help bring this post together at the right position. So this will keep the ear straight. Once it's completely hardened, it's gonna be gorgeous and beautiful. And many of you probably have seen my dogs. So trust me, this works. Your puppy will appreciate you if you do this. So this is it. It's so very easy. You don't need that many tools. Extremely easy. They don't look even, you can see they don't look pretty, but we don't care about that. We care about the job that they're gonna do. And you will, at the very beginning, you will be wrapping your puppy's ears with the paper transport of the 3M tape, okay? They have the clear plastic and they have the paper one. Your puppy, at the beginning, the ears and the skin is not used to having any type of material in their ears or any adhesives. So your puppy, if you go straight to this, your puppy might have a reaction, because this one, the adhesive is a little more sticky than this one. This one is much more gentle. However, whichever tape you do use, make sure it's the green 3M transport. Do not use anything else. Like I said, at the very beginning, I would say the first 3 weeks, you post with this. It's not going to last. It doesn't stick as well, but it will help the skin get used to it. Then you can move on to do this one. And this one will last for a good while until your puppy is very strong. And you're gonna have to end up, like I do, wrapping up a piece of duct tape on top of this one, okay? But this is it. You will need, so at the very beginning, you will need this one, but I will demonstrate that you're posting with this one today, because we have a 5-month-old puppy that needs his ears to be changed. To post the ears, you will need scissors, the postings, the tape. You might want to use this, okay? I usually never used it, but I had a friend that bought a Doberman and they were using a different posting method. The puppy's ears were not standing. And so she reached out to me and I offered to help her. However, when the puppy came to me, their ears were very irritated. So when that happens, I like to use this powder, because this powder keeps the ear dry. It has antibacterial properties, ingredients in here, so it would help keep any type of yeast or any type of bacteria that may be growing in the ears. It will keep them away. And so by keeping the ears dry, there's less wax buildup. So I highly advise that you get this. It's not necessary, but like I said, I highly, highly, highly advise this. So you will need scissors, the post, this, transport tape, and to make the bridge, you will need to use, first we're using the paper. First we're gonna use this even for the bridge, okay? The purpose of the bridge is so that the puppy learns to hold the ears at that position. So remember, this is to help the ears be straight once the cartilage is hardened completely. Now the bridge of the ears that goes at the base of the post are to teach your puppy to keep the ears at that position. The puppy is gonna get used to feeling the ears right there. And that's where the muscle memory is going to be. So once your puppy no longer needs the bridge, I would think maybe around 4 months, 4 months and a half, you can start testing to see if your puppy holds the ears exactly at the same position the bridge used to be. So the reason for the bridge is to teach the puppy to hold the ears at the exact length and the height. And this is to keep the ears nice and straight until they're done hardening. Okay, so for the bridge, we're gonna do the paper at first, and then you can move into a different tape. I usually like to do the duct tape. Okay, duct tape, you're always gonna put it on top of this one. You never put duct tape straight on the skin, okay? It's really bad. It will suffocate the skin and then you get an ear infection. It's incredibly easy for the ears to get infected. But if you follow what I'm telling you and advising you, you will be very successful with the ears and eliminate a lot of risk of ear infections. Okay, see you guys in the next video. I'm breaking them up in parts so that you guys don't get bored of me talking too much. All right, bye-bye.